This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Fine. If you're a superhero, what were you in prison for?
Integrity. I made a vow to have peace, no matter how many people I have to kill to get it.
You know, it's funny.
What?
You're a wiener!
I'm about to bang your ass, and you're asking me for help?
Bang my ass?
Yeah, bang your ass.
Okay. You mean, okay. I've never heard it said that way.
What? Bang?
You mean beat me up?
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky garbage, kitschy comedy, and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
I'm Adam.
I'm Taylor. Oh, man. That's like a little trip down memory lane. I forgot how good that intro was.
It's nice.
Yeah, we haven't listened to that for a while.
Damn, that's a good intro. March of last year. What a way to bring in the old year. Wait, 2 years ago. Holy shit, Cole. We've been using this intro for at least 2 years?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well,
but not as wild as the Minnesota Wild.
Oh, man. That was fucking awesome. I watched hockey the other day. Taylor was at work, and Elijah had something come up, so he didn't come over. So I ran over to KFC, grabbed some chicken and stuff. And
I thought you ran over to KFC to watch hockey.
Yeah, I did. It's the best place in town to watch
sure.
hockey. So I grabbed some chicken and some food and shit.
You said that lady was a bitch, Cole.
She was.
Ooh.
So she takes my order, and
Was this drive-through or was this carry-out?
drive-through.
Oh, there's your problem.
So I wanted a 3-piece, and it comes with 2 sides, right? So I was like, I'd like a 3-piece. She's like, pull forward, please. I was like, do I get to pick my side? She goes, mashed potatoes and coleslaw. I go, can I get something other than coleslaw? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh, cool. This lady fucking sucks. And so, I
guess.
So I get macaroni and cheese instead of the coleslaw and stuff.
That's so much. That is a huge upgrade.
And she asked me, like, on the box before I pulled up, like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, lemonade. And she's like, okay, So I pull up, and, like, the first thing she does is she puts the microphone down, and she's like, just 1 second, she says to me. And then she starts taking an order for the people behind me. And then she's like, I have my money ready. And then she's like, $14.38 or whatever, right? And so I hand her the money. She hands me my change. And then she goes back to taking the other person's order, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she's just like, what would you like to drink? And what would you like to drink? And what would you like to drink? I'm like, are you fucking talking to me? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you're talking to the person in the car behind me or me.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, what would you like? I was like, lemonade. Like, that lady was such a bitch. She was just miserable with her life.
What do you want to drink?
The last time I went there, I had the best experience ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there only one KFC in town now?
There should
right?
be 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just the one.
I do miss the south location, but that north one, I haven't been there or attempted to go there for 2 years now.
Okay.
Because the last time I went there, it was like 5 o'clock. First I did try twice. And their drive-through, the ordering thing wasn't working, so you had to go up to the window, and I was like, all right, this is already going to suck. So I went up to the window, and I tried to place an order, and they told me that they were out of whatever chicken. And I'm like, it's like 5 o'clock, and it wasn't that they were out. They just didn't have any made. And I was like, so you can't.
So fucking make
don't you fry the shit here? Like, cook it. And they wouldn't. And so I left. And then I went back there again, and I went inside that time, and it was the same thing. is that they refused to cook more chicken.
That's it, dude.
They're like,
Well,
we
okay.
don't want to make any more chicken.
Okay, so
Whatever.
I'm not
Pissed me
trying to
off.
defend them, but
What? This is
Good,
5
because you
o'clock.
shouldn't.
Yeah, don't
no,
defend
I'm
them.
asking. Okay, I'm asking. I'm saying this. You know, if you go to a good barbecue place or a good donut shop, once the shit's gone,
It's
gone.
KFC. It's not that good. It's better than some other
Okay,
shit. but-
so so my question is, maybe it takes a long time to make and prep this stuff. I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
take a long
No.
time to fry fucking chicken.
Yeah.
Well, they got it. They got to bread it.
It's probably done for them.
have
No,
to bread
they
it.
bread it on their own.
Sure they do.
I'm not defending their actions. I am defending their actions. They're out. Okay.
They're
Get-
out. They're
get
out
with it.
Although
What do you want to drink?
are you talking to me?
Yes.
Because
Lemonade.
I get it. Like the first time she lowered her microphone, so then you knew she was talking to you. And then if she's just screaming,
Oh my
What
gosh,
do you
that's
want?
so funny.
Makes zero
That's
sense.
hilarious.
She was an asshole.
I would
So-
take KFC honestly over Chick-Fil-A though.
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't think Chick-fil-A is that great. I don't understand the long line there. I also don't understand the long line at Starbucks, but whatever. I would take probably maybe Big Boy then would come in.
Sure.
And that's just a little out of the way. I think their
That's
chicken's pretty good.
That's the only reason why I went to KFC rather than Big Boy is because
Closer.
it's so far away. I don't want my shit to be cold by the time I get home.
I
No.
would say.
You know?
I would say this.
Pizza Ranch has good chicken.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
As far as Chick-fil-A goes, yeah, I would say that their chicken is or not because none of it is what you would get at like a KFC. You can get thighs, you can get dark meat, but you can't get dark meat at Chick-fil-A.
Fuck that.
I'm just saying, well, Chick-fil-A is just sandwiches.
Well, then why
you
do
can't
people
even-
like it so much?
You can only get
I don't know.
patties or whatever
so
they
you
are.
can't even get real chicken like with a bone in it?
No,
No,
It's
no
fucking
bone. They only
ridiculous.
have boneless. They're just sandwiches.
Yeah,
it's
sandwiches,
just a chicken
nuggets,
sandwich place.
They're fine. I mean, if somebody gave me a gift card there, I wouldn't be mad about it. It's okay.
No, I'd be fine with that too. It's just I don't understand why there's always a line there.
I
It's
get
not that good where I would want to like. I'll drive if I was like, okay, I could go for a chicken sandwich, and I drive. Oh, there's Chick-fil-A, and if there's like 4 cars in the line,
Hell
I'm not
no.
doing it.
No.
I'll pass.
Agreed.
I don't need to wait for that stuff.
Yeah, no way. The last I had actually gone into KFC. I don't go there very often, but when I do, it's to try their weird shit.
Oh, did you try the pizza thing?
The chizza or
Yeah.
the chitza. I
the
think we talked
chizza.
about last week.
Yeah, we did.
It was good.
Okay.
It's
well,
like a
what's
chicken-
so special? It's just chicken with.
It's like a chicken parm.
Is there is sauce on there?
Yeah, sauce, cheese, pepperoni.
Okay.
It's all good.
Sure.
It's all good. That's all I gotta say about it.
I mean, I don't see how it could be bad.
Right,
I
exactly.
mean, KFC does have
But
good chicken.
the time
and then they
after
added
that,
good stuff.
So I've gone there twice in the last month, and the next time I went there, I just went and got a bucket of chicken, and we ordered it prepaid. So I had to go inside the restaurant to get it carry out style.
Oh yeah,
And there was a baby in a car seat just sitting on the on the
all by itself.
all by itself.
Maybe it was an employee's child.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, take your kid to work day,
So
which
Cole,
is every day.
In that lady's defense, maybe she was having a fucking terrible day with that kid that she had to watch. And
Fucking throw that kid in the fryer then.
oh wow, jeez,
Oh, there's some food. They'll cook
Oh,
that up, no
okay.
problem.
cool. So she's like, I got to babysit and deal with this dickhead that wants. What do you want to drink? What? Okay. Anyway, so you got your food, and it was a good.
It was good.
Good.
But then I came home, I started eating it and watching the Minnesota Wild, and Marcus Foligno came back after being gone for 11 games, and the first thing he did was beat someone's ass.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Why was he gone for 11 days?
because he was injured. He had I think it was a shoulder injury. I don't remember what
Okay.
kind of injury it was.
Okay, what position is this guy?
He's like a forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
defenseman? No forward?
I think he's
Oh,
forward.
cool.
Okay.
Getting into fights.
But yeah, he beat the shit out of someone, and then 15 seconds later, the Wild scored, and then the Predator scored, and then there's another fight, and that guy did okay, but that one was not as nearly as good of a fight. And then in the second, then the Wild scored, and then the Predators scored, and then a third, the Wild scored, and then the Predators scored.
A close game.
And yeah, so it was just like it was never a blowout, and they had to go to overtime. And Taylor got home right around this time.
So I got home right like there's 5 minutes left, and the Wild were up, and I'm like, no, they were tied. Then they had scored, and I'm like, oh shit, I think the Predators are gonna tie this game up before the
dude talking to the mic.
Oh, sorry,
I thought
the Predators were gonna score, and they sure as shit did. So they go to overtime.
Yeah,
and
the Wild did the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in a hockey game.
A backflip,
slap
shot.
So in overtime rules, it's 3-on-3.
Yeah.
And then if you don't make it out of overtime without a score, then you go to a shootout.
They only do one overtime, right?
In regular season hockey, it's one overtime. Yeah.
Okay.
So the Wild pulled their goalie.
Okay, and if you lose in overtime,
without
you
your goalie,
still get a point.
Oh, yes.
For the season. Okay. So if you win, you get 2 points. If you lose, you get 0. But if you lose in overtime, you get 1 point.
A little consolation prize.
So and it counts to trying to go to the off season.
Sure.
And the Wild kind of sucked this year, but there's a small chance that they could make the playoffs.
Desperation mode.
They're in desperation mode right now. So it's 3-on-3 hockey. It's 5-minute overtime. There's about a minute and a half left, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was right around there, maybe 2 minutes. I think it was about a minute and a half left. And all of a sudden, the goalie for the Wild, Marc-Andre Fleury, leaves the ice.
Mm-hmm.
He comes skating off the ice, and they put a fourth guy in. But it's super fucking dangerous because if the Predators grab it, it's really easy to fucking shoot the goal in because there's no shoot the puck in because there's no goalie to stop it,
just
right?
Shoot it across the ice.
And I'm just like, but Taylor's like, what the fuck? What are they doing? I was like, I don't know. They're gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna be pissed.
But the other thing is, if they were to shoot that and score, because overtime rules, they wouldn't have gotten any points.
Yeah, because if you pull your goalie, you don't get any points if you get scored.
So
out.
they really were shooting.
Yeah,
really
so
risky.
I'm like, I'm gonna be pissed. And right after I said that, the Wild fucking scored, and I was like, I'm not pissed.
That was fucking awesome, man. It was so cool.
And Taylor was asking me like, have you ever seen them do that? I was like, I've never seen them do that. I've never seen. And then the commentators afterwards were like, I've never seen that. It's only happened once before.
Yeah.
When did it happen?
We don't know.
We'll have to look into it. But did you know that I was reading some articles? None of the players realized what was at stake.
Yeah.
So, like, when Fleury went off the ice, the goalie,
I read that too.
They had no idea.
They had no idea that if they got shot on, or if that the Predators had made that goal, that they wouldn't have gotten their point.
Huh. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a really cool thing to witness live. That's why I love watching live sports. You know, it's fucking awesome.
That is awesome.
Because you know,
it's not the same as coming and seeing the highlights on YouTube the next day.
Once you see it there happening, it's amazing. That's why I love pro wrestling. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh shoot! I was going to bring you guys a DVD that I picked up at the library sale with some wrestlers in there.
Oh, was it like people we would know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
People you would know. But
I also like the kind of shit, you know, of people I wouldn't know. Like, it was some backyard wrestling shit.
No,
cool.
it was a legit wrestling. I think I just completely forgot about it. I couldn't even describe it to you because I didn't stare at it that long.
Just surprises. We'll
I know someone tried to sell it at a rummage sale for $1. Couldn't, so they donated it to the library.
Cool.
And then the library sold it for $1.
They sold it for, I don't know what they were charging, pound? 50 cents a quarter for DVDs, something like that.
Did you show them? This is worth at least $1.
Yeah. No. I wanted the deal.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I came across an interesting article today, and it was about an artificial intelligence robot out of Saudi Arabia. So they were showing off this cool AI robot who identifies as male.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a male robot.
Oh, good. Now even robots have genders.
Correct. And it proceeded to touch a.
He proceeded to.
He. Yes, that's true. I did say it was a male. They told the reporters to keep their distance from this robot, this male robot, and this female reporter got a little too close, and he got handsy and touched her butt right away. And you can see there is a video, and she turns around and goes like, she's like, "Whoa!" Puts her hand up and stops like it's a real person. Whoa! And then got out of the way. And I thought that was pretty fun and interesting.
Well, good for that robot.
I guess, its debut tries to get a little some of whatever. I don't know what. Maybe it's anatomically correct.
It just goes online and immediately starts groping.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Classic men. Yep. Classic.
So, Taylor's dumb. So he's trying to give me.
Wow.
He's trying to give me shit the other day. Like he brings the mail in, and he's like, "Look at you old man." And he holds up this envelope. He's like, "Yeah, you're old." Like, I think he was trying to call me a senior citizen.
Did you receive something from AARP?
No, I received something from AAA, and then I realized Taylor doesn't know the difference between AAA and the AARP.
Oh, okay.
Fucking idiot.
No, I do.
What's wrong with a little roadside assistance, Taylor?
It's funny that you mentioned that because after I said that to you, like
I kind of just looked at him like, what are you fucking talking about?
I realized the error of my ways, but I let it ride. I just want to see if Cole.
Well,
obviously, he
brought it up.
Yeah,
I wrote it. I came downstairs and I wrote a note on it just to give you shit on this podcast.
Get stuck.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's not the dumbest thing. That's not the dumbest thing. Well, it's pretty close
It's
to
a
the
good
dumbest thing that I've
example.
heard this week. So I was at work.
There's
A newer guy at work, and it's getting towards closing time, and so I lock up the front door, and I walk to the back. There's still a couple of guys in the building. I lock the back door, and I says to the guys that are still in the back door, I go, "Okay, guys, I locked the door," and there's like 4 or 5 of them there. So 4 of them say, "Oh, okay," and one of them says, "What does that mean?" Said, "It means that if you leave, you can't come back in." Like, he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh wait, I have to stay. Like we're locked in.
Can I leave? It's just like one of those. What do they call when you were a kid? Lock-ins.
A lock-in. Yeah. You mean like I gotta sleep here with my buddies?
That sounds wonderful. Set it up, man. I wish. I've often pondered about how cool. No, I'm not going to pause it, Cole. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is good. He put something in his eyeball, I think.
So.
I think he was holding a pen, so I don't know if he said, "Don't put this in my eye," and then just went for it.
Right in there.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with the spicy stuff that we ate.
Oh, it was on the pen?
Maybe.
Oh. Did you
All right.
eat spicy stuff with a pen?
You good? You want to pause?
Yeah, I wanted to pause when I said time out.
Well, you're back, though. We're still going.
Hey, this is like overtime in hockey, Cole. We just pulled our coal.
I was cooking fucking Cajun shrimp and sausage, and I must have had some fucking chili powder on the back of my hand because I just rubbed it in my eye.
That's how they get you.
That's silly. That was a silly thing to do, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Write
so-
that on the list of dumb things Cole did this week.
All right, so my roommate was cooking food like an idiot.
What a dumbass!
Well, you guys are like, what did you eat? Did you have chili powder on your pen? I could hear you guys say
He
dumb
said
shit.
it.
I
didn't
said
say
it.
that.
I said, well, Taylor's like, it must have been the food, and I was like, well, maybe he transferred it from his hand to his pen. Actually, I said you just poked your eye with the pen.
I will say this.
I still burn.
Okay, here's an interesting thought.
Yes.
You know when you eat something
Okay.
and you get something stuck in your teeth,
Uh-huh.
like a piece of garlic, or if there was like a
Some black pepper or
black
something.
pepper, or like right now, I just got a hint of celery salt or celery.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's your favorite thing?
What to have stuck in my teeth?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
That's the stupidest conversation. I
mean,
realize that now.
I hate meat stuck in my teeth,
Oh, yeah.
but I mean, I guess if I can get it dislodged, that's fine.
I would rather have meat stuck in my teeth than pretty much anything, because then you get a little snack later.
Yeah.
Like a little pork
Exactly.
rib or something.
Jerky.
Popcorn.
Fuck popcorn.
no,
That's the
bad.
worst, man.
That really gets in there.
That's a big reason why I try not to eat very much popcorn.
It's because
I hate that it gets stuck in the very back teeth.
Oh yeah, I've been eating like everything bagel seasoning on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
and that's just full of seeds and tiny things to get stuck in the teeth. So I've been getting a lot of like whatever those seeds are, sesame seeds,
Poppy
and,
seeds.
Poppy. I don't know if it's poppy seeds. Is
yeah,
it?
there's poppy seeds.
And everything bagel, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And onion chunks and whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's been really like getting in there. So I carry toothpicks around.
That's a good idea.
So, yeah.
Hey, Cole, question for you.
Yeah.
Cole and I later next month are going to the West Coast,
Okay.
and I am kind of wanting to pet a sea lion.
I wouldn't.
What? Do they bite?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They would bite me.
Sure.
Like a wild one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd bite you.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, at first to try to get away from you first, but then like if you did get close enough to it and it felt cornered, it would probably
I think
fuck you up.
I mean, I want you to try, but
Yeah,
I don't
better
think-
you than me.
do it.
You know what's gonna happen now?
Huh.
We're gonna go. And Cole's
You're gonna
just-
come back without a hand.
No, Cole is just gonna get fucked up by a sea lion.
Oh, okay.
Because I put that out into the universe
That
as
well,
me, but
that-
it's actually
yes.
gonna be Cole.
Okay,
That's
Well,
how it fucking
I think
works.
Cole's gonna stay a reasonable distance,
No,
and
th-
you're
no,
gonna
no,
go.
no.
You're
for
like
it.
the idiot who goes to Yellowstone and teases the bison.
No. This guy, it's gonna be like a sneak attack. He'll just be walking and then he'll just hear snap right on his tippy fingers.
Okay.
Hey Cole, I'm gonna need another one of these.
It's possible. Yeah, I don't think they do appear docile, but I don't think they're really.
Docile.
Yeah, I think they only look cute and cuddly, but I don't think they're safe to approach.
Yeah, and they're not very cute either. Maybe a
I
baby.
think they are.
Sea lions?
Yeah. Sea lions, especially the younger ones. But as they get older, I mean, we can't all look so hot all the time.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
Actually, I got a haircut today,
Yeah, you did. Looks
and I think I look like Forrest Gump.
good. Oh, why'd you have to put that in my head?
Because now I look stupid.
Because I saw you on the camera today, Cole.
Uh-huh.
You were throwing some shit away, and I said, "Hey,
That looks like Tom Hanks.
Cole's got a haircut."
Wow, look at that. He
I
noticed on the
I
camera.
said, looking good, Cole, in my head, and now
Now
you look like a fucking
now I'm just looking for Jenny.
I think
Johnny.
I don't know.
That's why I made shrimp tonight. That's exactly why I made.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
He was racking his brain. He's like, okay, Bubba said I could do it in this, noodles. You could do shrimp with noodles, shrimp with sausage, shrimp boil, shrimp grilled shrimp,
Okay, let's see how
Shrimp
many more you
sauté.
can go.
shrimp puree.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't think I like the haircut.
Here's the deal. It
Looks
looks fine. I will say this about shrimp. I know you said you don't. The way you prepared it tonight, you had the shell on the shrimp.
Yeah.
Not ideal for a pasta dish, but I will
No,
say this:
no.
there's something so satisfying, especially with shrimp cocktail, with eating the shrimp.
Oh,
by the
that's
tail.
fine, but
then
I was-
when you pull it out ever so slightly with your teeth and you yank out the entire shrimp from the shell.
Yeah.
There's something just so satisfying about that.
No, I don't mind it then if it's shrimp cocktail, but I was just like, I have to use this shrimp. I think it's gonna go bad
that
in the
stuff in the
freezer.
freezer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and then I was like, fuck, but this isn't what I wanted to use the shrimp for. I want to use it for a shrimp boil, and now I'm making it in this pasta, and now I'm gonna have to take the tails off, and it fucking pisses me off. I don't like that.
Well,
Because
these
it's
were
like
real
I
shrimp,
already
though.
did the work of cooking it. Now I'm eating, and I have to do the work of deshelling it.
Well-
and I got to get my fingers in fucking
sauce
in tomato sauce
And
you
that,
rub
and
your
rub
eye.
it in your
and
eye.
rub it in my
yeah.
eye.
Yeah, silly.
What a nightmare.
What a dumb fuck.
What a first world problem to have. I gotta de-shell my shrimp.
Well, I'm just
Ooh.
saying, if I had planned better and had bought shrimp that didn't have shells on it, I wouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah. Why didn't you just pop it off before you threw it in there?
They're
it
frozen.
Yeah, well, just run it under this cool water a little bit and pinch them off, and then throw it in what you're cooking.
No, it was actually better this way because he started crying.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Time out! I'm like, nope.
That's true. We did get a little show.
It was a little show. It was great.
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama died last week. We haven't done a dead celebrity in a long time.
Dragon Ball Z, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that on the awards ceremony last night. I think they had his name up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam and I watched the Oscars last night.
Oh, yeah?
Did you watch the Oscars?
You just said Adam.
That's
me.
You're right. It sounded like you watched them. I was just making sure you watched them.
I thought you said, did you watch the Oscars? And you looked right at me like you were asking me the question.
No, I said we watched the Oscars last night.
And then he asked you if you watched the Oscars.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I'm like, who's we? And you're looking at me asking if I watched the Oscars.
Right. I'm just making sure.
Taylor and I watched the Oscars.
But
Did you watch the Oscars?
Separately is what I'm saying. We watched them separately.
Yes.
And it was so funny. Elijah likes to do this little thing every year where we mark off who we think is going to win.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
I should say I didn't start the Oscars until 7 o'clock. I knew it started at 6, but I was working on a homework project with Logan, a film project. So
cool.
yeah.
Well,
so I missed the first portion.
Are you going to submit to the Oscars? This film project?
I'm pretty impressed with what he did.
So yeah, we watched it at separate locations. Apparently,
Yes.
but Elijah, friend of the show, likes to do this thing every year where he calls it the Oscar ballot. You mark off who you think is going to win, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we watched it over at the Hammonds, and our friend Kyle got his shit rocked. I mean, he didn't pick anything right.
He didn't even fill one out.
Yeah, he eventually left. He was done at some point.
okay.
But
Yeah.
I will say I love what they do with the Oscars now. It was tolerable to watch.
Oh, you mean with like bringing the previous winners out to?
That was cool.
I liked that a lot.
I like that. So they brought out previous winners of the Oscars. So if they were presenting Best Actor, Supporting Actor, Actress, and Supporting Actress, they brought out the 5 previous, and then they gave a little spiel about each one. That was awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing that was awesome is that they took all of the clips. So like they show Killers of the Flower Moon, and then they would do like
some dumb shit.
They showed that during the show. So as the show was coming in, they would do a little preview of the movie, and you got to see it there. So when they went out to announce the Best Picture, they just said, "And the Best Picture is boom, it's done."
Although I believe he was supposed to say the 10 nominees. It was De Niro who was up there.
Pacino.
Or Pacino, I mean. Yeah, and he
I don't
was
give a
I
fuck.
believe he was supposed to say who was nominated, but he just went and the winner it says here
Yeah,
and then
that was great.
Yeah.
So however they did it, it was awesome.
I thought
wasn't
the
a
show
huge
went
circle jerk. It was a circle jerk, but it wasn't a huge circle jerk. And it was done by fucking 9:30. Hell yeah!
I was surprised I watched
6
it.
to 9:30, dude.
I watched YouTube videos instead.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, that's cool.
Well, why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, you could get the recap of this.
I probably will.
If you want.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you're probably gonna see this shit because there was a lot of cool stuff. But I liked.
Had you seen anything nominated? Like any movies or whatever?
The only ones that I saw that were nominated for Best Picture and that were in the contention were Poor Things,
You did see that. Okay.
which was really good, and Barbie.
Okay, I saw
Those were the only two.
I had seen Barbie and The Holdovers.
Not Oppenheimer, huh?
No, that's streaming now.
Yeah.
So that's on the list to watch, and Logan really wants to see that. So at some point, whenever he
Peacock.
is ready to, give
Father.
3 hours of father-son time to watch that movie, then we will watch it. So.
Yeah.
You could have watched it last night when the Oscars
I
were
know,
on.
I could have. But whatever.
Shit. I was talking about how I had such a bad time at fucking KFC.
Yeah.
Well, I had a fucking great time at the Progue the other night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
wait. Before you go on, Cole, I do want to make a big announcement.
Yeah.
Huge news
Okay.
for the Bismarck area.
Whoa.
The North Burger King is open again.
Oh, yes, I had heard.
Fuck that. Fuck
I-
that Burger King.
I-
Fuck Burger King. I hate Burger King.
You don't like the flame broiled?
No,
You know what I like? You know what I liked about that North Burger King? Those fun little touch screens in there. I had a good time with those.
Like the games?
Yeah. Sometimes
for
I'd go.
children,
Sometimes
sir.
I'd go in there,
For hours.
like on Sundays, get some breakfast, and I'd play the touch screens. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good time.
I don't know what he's talking
Like
about.
they have little games,
Just
for
like in the
kids.
bar. Is some of the same games as in the bar.
Like a little solitaire game that you play on the touch screens. They have,
Okay.
they have them for the
Like
kids.
Wordle or whatever.
He says for the
Word
kids.
Squirtle.
It doesn't say it's just for the kids.
Does it have the nudie?
Yes,
match?
exactly.
then
I
I'm
played
down.
nude photo. Now he loves North Burger King.
I'm going.
It's for the kids.
It's only old pervert sitting over there.
So when you were playing that, do you do the matching with the nude guys or the nude ladies?
It doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. It's fun.
Whoever. Pansexual over here.
There you
Whoever,
go.
whatever.
But yeah, so I go over to I got off of work and I knew my mom was watching my niece, so I called her. I was like, "Hey, is Evie still there?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'll be right over." So I went and hung out with my niece for like 2 hours and just kind of bullshitted with my mom for a while. And she's like, "You don't got to work?" I was like, "No." She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I have no idea."
This was
And
on
I-
Sunday?
No, this was on like Friday.
Oh, cool.
And then I was like, I think I'm gonna go to the Prog. She's like, "Oh, who you gonna go with?" I was like, "No one. Like, I'm just gonna go." So I put my headphones on and I just listened to this podcast called Capital Punishment.
Oh,
It's about
you gotta listen.
Okay.
it's about when Wayne Stenjum died. He's the attorney. People from not North Dakota wouldn't know this, but he was the Attorney General in North Dakota, and he was pretty fucking. I guess everyone thought he was awesome, and then he died, and we found out he's shady as fuck. And then his buddy, what was his name? Ray Holmberg.
Ray Holberg.
Oh, is he the one who went to
the pervert.
overseas?
He's the pervert
and,
who went to
okay.
Prague. And
Sorry, you know what? Let's not. You know, pervert is something different. This guy's a fucking sexual pariah, a
Sexual predator.
Sex fiend.
a fucking
Yeah, but
piece
so
of shit.
I'm sitting there.
So maybe we shouldn't use the term pervert because pervert could refer to somebody that likes feet sometimes. No, this guy is a fucking piece of shit who deserves a fucking red hot poker up his dick hole and up his asshole. Fuck Ray Holberg.
That's two.
yeah,
hot
because he's a
pokers.
pervert.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anyway, so it's all about all this fucking
Who put
shady
this out?
shit.
It's local then.
KFGO out of Fargo.
Okay.
The talk
Yeah,
radio station out
it's
of
about
Fargo.
all this fucking shady shit that was happening in the North Dakota legislature. And there's 5 episodes so far, and I think there's another one coming out soon, like this week.
Yeah. So here was my
But
takeaway
it's
from it.
Pretty good.
My takeaway from it, highly recommend listening to. I won't give
Oh,
anything
and you
away.
spell capital like
like the capital of North, like
yeah,
capital building,
but not like capital punishment.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so that
kind of
was cool.
figured that because it was dealing with politicians. So
So my whole thing was, it started off with like, oh, they're going to really throw some shade, but then it's more investigative. Like we don't know what's happening because these emails that were supposedly lost that are now found are going to explain a lot of stuff, and they haven't released those to the public yet. So this is still an ongoing type of thing.
emails that were. I don't know
So-
anything
so what
about
happened-
emails that were
So
supposedly
what happened
lost.
was Stingham dies, okay, and
His secretary just basically deleted
Dumped-
everything.
deleted
Oh.
everything. And
Okay.
there's a lot of
So
shady.
she's
and we're
just
not-
as shady.
We're not talking like, so it starts off with like they throw this stuff out here about Ray and Wayne being really tight, and as the story progresses, they talk more about like dealings that were done kind of behind the backs of the citizens of North Dakota, like not doing proper channels of awarding bids to certain individuals, mismanagement of money, things like that. So the thing that has always just fucking gnawed at me is people get so fucking angry and pissed off about how, oh, they're wasting money on school, like why we're giving kids free, why would we give kids free lunches, why would we we can't pay teachers enough, or why would we pay teachers more? They're a bunch of lazy fuckers and whatever. The thing that pisses me off is this kind of shit is happening, and everybody can agree on this. This is stuff that everybody can agree on.
Wayne
with the money
Stenjum
stuff.
basically stole like $2 million, and no one really knows where it is.
Well, so the
Funeral expenses. You know?
well, the money that so he awarded his buddy essentially this lawmaker who's still on the fucking who's still
Jason Doctor.
Jason Doctor, who's a Bismarck resident who is still serving as a representative.
Oh, Doctor, yeah.
Yeah, was awarded this. He owned this building that the Attorney General's office moved into without being bid to anybody. It was just, here you go, buddy.
Sure,
it's yours now. And it's like, what the motherfucking
And then he got
fuck?
all this money to fucking
and so
do
what's the favor
modifications
he
to the
owed?
building and stuff.
Yeah, and so this was $2 million over the budget. And this one guy was like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And they're like, oh, that's just the way it goes. And then they built it into a payment plan and all this shit. It's like, what the fuck, you guys? Mm-hmm. Like, this is corruption at its finest. And it's right here plain as day. And people are all pissed off about like...
But this was known pre-death.
No.
Correct?
No, this came out after.
It only came out after.
Yes, and so when they went to go back and say, hey, what the fuck's going on here?
I see.
So we had people from Montana... like some sort of criminal investigation from Montana, independent, come in to see what was going on.
Because they couldn't use the North Dakota department because he was the attorney general.
Yeah.
Right.
They're in charge of law enforcement.
So Montana comes in. They're like, okay, show us the emails. Like, there are no emails. They were deleted the day after he fucking died. It's like, holy fucking shit. I'm really glad KFGO is doing this and putting their feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Because fuck that shit, man.
So yeah. Anyway, so I go to the prog. I put my headphones on. I start listening to this shit.
It's good.
Then they
highly recommend it for all of our North Dakota listeners. It is fucking fascinating, and it's going to piss you the fuck off.
Yeah, and they got the nicest waitress comes over. Well, first the owner, she's always like the hostess. She's standing right at the door. You know, I walk in and she's like, "How can I help you?" I was like, "You got a table for one?" She's like, "Not yet, but I will soon." So
she's like, we don't do that here.
But
not for you.
She's really nice too. So like about maybe 5-10 minutes later, she comes and seats me down, and I get like the nicest waitress ever, and she's like, "What do you want? What do you want to eat?" You know, and I was like, "Oh, I'll take this soup." And their special was bison short ribs with like a wine reduction on them, and so I got that too. And I'm waiting for my soup. I got a bowl of soup, not a cup, because that soup is really fucking good. And I'm waiting for it, and I see this guy come out of their like little private room. They were having like a little birthday party or something in there, and he's walking towards the bathroom. And I was like, I know that dude, so I waved to him. And he's a guy that he's like comes into my work.
Okay.
And so I kind of bullshit with them for a little bit, and my soup gets there, and he's like, "Oh, I'll get out of here, let you eat and stuff," you know. So I eat the soup, and a little later, my short ribs come, and they come with some kind of parsnip mashed potatoes, which were super good.
Yeah, they are.
And well, they don't always have the same starches.
Or maybe it's the sweet potato thing I'm thinking of. But anyway, go on.
But you know, everything I ate was awesome. And then she comes over, the waitress, and she's like, well, do you got any room for dessert? I was like, I don't like dessert, but can I have that menu, that bar menu with the appetizers on it? And she's like, okay, you know, fucking weirdo. But like, so she goes and gets me the thing.
What do you want to eat?
Yeah, what do you want? But so then for dessert, I had some chicken liver pate, right?
Okay.
For dessert, hey.
Sure.
So I'm finishing it up. I'm on my last piece, and she comes back over. She goes, hey, you know, you're all taken care of, so if you just head out.
Fuck up.
So if you just head out, I'm not going to chase you down or nothing. I was like, someone paid for my food? She's like, yeah. I go, hey, was it someone from that private room over there?
Nice.
She's like, well, I don't know exactly who it was, but yeah, it was someone from there. It's like, oh, fuck, that's awesome of that dude.
Yeah.
So I added up what everything everything I ate would have cost. It was like $58. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to give this chick a big tip. I don't know if they already tipped her or not. So I was like, gave her $26 off of a $58 ticket. So,
Yeah, sure.
huh?
Is that good?
That sounds
That's
pretty damn
almost
good.
50%.
Yeah.
If I had $2 more, I would have given her exactly 50%.
I always do that. Like I've gone to places like my bro used to work here at Texas Roadhouse. I still get the all-star treatment when I go in there sometimes.
Wow.
I had my food comped one time. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. So if your food ever gets comped, don't be a dick and pass that shit along to your server because you were gonna pay anyway.
Yeah.
I've never gone to Texas Roadhouse and thought, huh, not going to pay because my brother works here. I've never thought that.
Yeah.
So whenever I go there and people comp my food, I'm always going to give the fucking waiter or waitress a fucking fat tip.
Pay it forward.
Fuck yeah, dude. I think the way that they do their specials over there is like they put something on special for like a few weeks and then they get rid of it and then they got something else on.
Bison short ribs sound
Oh,
fucking
dude, if
awesome,
you get
dude.
a chance to get over there and they still have the bison short ribs on the menu, it's fucking good. It's really good.
That sounds great.
But I don't know. How's
Sir?
sir? Don't fucking shake your can at me.
Did you see that? I think you should leave now. One where he does he tries to do a pay it forward.
Yes.
25 burgers, 25 steaks, 25 wines.
The guy who gets out of the car and he's like, "I'm not doing it." That see, I never really watched a whole lot of. I think you should leave.
Oh, you gotta.
My brother and his friend are super obsessed with it. And then they tell me all the skits, and then I watch them, and they're not as funny as they make them sound like. Because they already told me the entire premise of the skit.
My favorite
But anyway,
part
the
of
guy
that,
who gets out of the car, that was Damien Mizdow.
Yes, it was.
Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
Former
WWE.
professional wrestler.
Okay.
One of my favorites was, of that scene was when he pulls around. Wait! I'm doing something. And then she realizes what the fuck he's doing, and then she starts doing it too. Oh fuck! That is such a great goddamn show, Cole.
There is one with Tim Robinson. I think it was called just The Comedians, and it was a different series where I think each comedian.
Shay's told me about this.
Yeah,
he
they
says
got
it's
like
pretty good.
20 minutes or something like that, and it's not stand up; it's just like sketches as well. And he's a big gambler, big casino guy, and he's walking in all dressed up. He's like, "Oh, lucky can one guy be?" kind of things, and he goes up to the roulette. He's up at the roulette table, and he's like, "Put it all on red, all right." And he does that, and he tips some guy like $10,000 or something like that, and then they spin the wheel, and they're like, 24 black, and he's like, "No!" And he just starts freaking. "I lost all my money!" And he tries to get his $10,000 back from this waiter and stuff, like just freaking out.
You know what's funny?
And it's awesome.
I don't know. I saw this guy. It was on some podcast, some professional gambler, and I'm like, dude, I think you are so full of fucking shit. He was talking about roulette, and he's like, these guys that have been there for years at the roulette table take the ball, they spin the ball. That's what they do every day for 8 hours. He's like, you're telling me you can't tip them to drop that ball where you want it? I'm like, yeah, I really do think. I mean, there might be a little bit of a spin that they can do, but I don't think they're actively practicing. I don't know.
No, I don't think they.
I mean, shut the fuck
there's
up.
There's no way they could make it land where you want it. No.
I mean,
they might maybe if they push that little magnet button on the bottom, they might make it land exactly where you don't want it. But I don't think they could ever make it land where you want it. It would just have to be some sort of lucky.
I know
happenstance.
Cole is not a gambler. My friend Adam and I are. We like to gamble, and it's fun to do.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, Adam, I don't see you playing table games. Have you ever hit a live roulette table?
I have actually.
It's fucking fun.
I don't think. Have I?
Adam, you should. Next time you're in Deadwood, because
I've only done the rapid roulette. I don't even remember a live roulette in Deadwood where the location would be.
So my brother and I, when my brother Robert lived in Sioux City, they had a Hard Rock Casino there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, let's do roulette. And I'm like, Rob, I know you love roulette. I really don't want to play that. He's like, no. It is so much different playing live roulette versus the rapid roulette.
Well, sure.
Because it's almost like a community type of thing. You know, like because you're high-fiving to the guy next to you. It's so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it, highly recommend live roulette.
I've done craps a couple times.
Craps is fun.
Never remember how to play.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how to
just
play
throw the dice or put my money wherever they tell me to, and sometimes I win. Still don't know how to play.
One time, I was crushing it at craps.
Yeah.
And then the next time I played, I was not crushing it.
Yeah.
And it's days like that, you know. Really.
I did go
Really
to the
fucked me up.
casino recently. I took my mother out there, and I had what I will call a spell. A spell.
A good one or a
No,
bad one?
a bad one.
Oh,
Where
you fall down like a spell. Like,
close, very close. Where I was playing a slot machine, and suddenly I was like, God, it's really cold in here. It's like, it's really cold. And I started like shivering, and I was like, something's weird. And I got up, and I was like, I can't walk. My leg, like all my calves were all freaking stiff, and I was like, this is weird. And so I was like, and I started walking. I found my mom in the casino, and I sat down next to her, and I was like, is it really cold in here? And she's like, no. And I'm like, God, it's freezing. And then I sat there for a second. I was like, and then I was like, fuck, it's really hot. Is it really hot in here? And I took off my sweatshirt, and I just felt like drenched in sweat. And I kept like standing up to try to stretch my legs, and they started feeling a little bit better as soon as I switched to hot mode. And then I was like, something's weird. And then I was like, and I started vomiting. Luckily there was a garbage can, like,
for real?
Yeah, a garbage can like 3 feet away. It's just because I had a sense that I might throw up, and I was like, I don't want to go, because these are weird things happening to me. I don't want to go in the bathroom in case like I just tip over
and die
or something. You know?
I'm dying on the floor.
Yeah, I gotta die where people can see me. And so I ran over to the garbage can, and I barfed in it like 3 times with people walking by me.
Were you drinking?
No drinking. I was with my mom. I'm the chauffeur.
I'll tell you
And,
what. That happened to me too.
It went away. As soon as I barfed,
Yeah.
I started cooling down, and everything was fine. But I know people were like, God, that guy is partying or something. And it was a concert, and I get into a concert, but this was like 5 o'clock. You know, and I didn't go to a concert.
You started a little too early.
But the funny thing
Did
is,
anybody come to
it's
help
like,
you?
no, I was barfing, and I was looking at my mom, and she's just playing, just watching, being concerned, but still making sure that button gets pressed, because you know, if you don't do that, you can't win if you don't play.
Jesus.
I will say this. That happened to me too. I had a spell.
Yeah, a spell.
But it's when I was trying Zins out.
Oh, yeah.
A little too much nicotine for Uncle Tayler.
Yep, there you go.
Had a couple few too many to drink, and then I said, you know what would be a good idea? Papa's nicotine pouch. And I started just sweating pools, and Cole's like,
I
"You
could
okay?"
hear him throwing up upstairs.
Yeah, I went upstairs.
I was giggling.
I was like, "Yep, it's game over, dude."
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So who knows what led up to it?
Was it Zins?
No, it wasn't Zins. I think I had a couple energy drinks in the morning, and I think I just didn't eat enough or something that day.
Yeah.
Is my theory. I'm hoping that's all it is for this spell. And because nothing.
How long ago was this?
This would be like 2 weeks now, and no other symptoms of anything else has happened since then. So
How's the shit? How's the consistency?
like my poop?
Yeah.
I don't know.
better
It happens when it happens. I should put it in a cup and give it to you, or a
Mail
bag?
it to.
You should put it in a bag and light it on fire.
What's the address of that place where you get your drug tests? I'll just mail them my poop.
Jack Steakhouse. Be like, the new essence is here.
Yeah.
See,
All right.
You're talking about a couple weeks ago. You were that was a couple weeks ago. You were drinking when you were drinking and you popped the Zin, and then you
No,
started,
that was months ago.
Okay.
that was
That was not
maybe
weeks.
1 month ago.
No, okay, anyway.
Anyway, but last weekend on Saturday, I think it was on Saturday, I get home and Tayler and Ashley are drinking. And I look at what they have. Like, Taylor's drinking beer, but Ashley's drinking just this dumb shit. She's drinking fucking horchata flavored Baileys or something.
No, it's like it was some
Some
sort
cream
of
stuff.
It was a rum chata type of thing.
That's gonna be hard on the tummy.
And then
That's
she was drinking.
diarrhea.
Then she was drinking Buzz Bombs, which are like these fruity hard alcohol bullshit. And then she's drinking these Asian beers that were all like strawberry flavored.
Ugh.
Just
Too
all this
sweet and
sweet
bubbly.
shit, right?
It's
And
girl drinks. I don't know.
So I had been I had seen some other people, and came home with an almost full bottle of wine.
Ooh.
And Taylor's like, "Oh man, can I try some?" I was like, "Yeah, you can try some." He's like, "What is it?" I was like, "It's a Pinot Noir. It's called Maomi." And right away,
I think Conan sells it.
and
It was good.
right away, Ashley's like, "I've had that. It's garbage. That's blah blah blah," and she would not shut the fuck up about it. So finally, I'm like, "Ashley, I see what you're drinking, and I don't respect your opinion when it comes to alcohol." Like,
Yeah.
like, oh man, that sweet shit. I just how I don't want my alcohol to taste good. I want it to taste like shit.
The more the older I get, like I remember as a kid, you know, as a up and coming drinker,
Okay.
you know, like the sweet stuff was where you had to go.
I loved those tea nights when they did
Oh,
tea nights.
yeah.
Man, you can get those giant ones for $1 at Ground Round.
You know, the last time I went to tea night, you know what happened to me?
I don't know, you blacked out or something?
No, I was throwing up in the parking lot of
Yeah.
Denny's, and a homeless guy came up to me asking for fucking money.
Well, he's trying to hit you at your weakest.
So Robbie and I, this was it was my birthday many years ago, and I go out to we went on that fucking booze cruise for the Big Lebowski. They did a fucking
yeah, and they-
actually on the boat.
yeah
on riverboat,
yeah,
right?
They were
riverboat.
giving you the White Russians and
And it
shit.
fucking
You were pissed
sucked.
about it.
I fucking sucked because nobody was. It was packed, like overpacked. They definitely oversold it. You couldn't watch the movie. You couldn't hear anything because people were all wouldn't shut the fuck up. It was hot. It was in the summer.
And you were in a bathrobe.
And then no, I wasn't. But then I go outside just to drink, and I was pounding White Russians on there. And then I said, I want
He
to go.
said that they sucked because they were pre-made White Russians.
Was it all you could drink? Pre-made white Russians?
I think you got like 5 drink tickets or something. Then you had to buy the rest. But anyway, we get back to land, and I said I want to go out to eat because I think that was the other thing. It was just catered, but there was no food left or some shit.
Yeah, well, because there's too many people.
Yeah. So then we went to Ground Round, and then I said, hey, let's do some. I want to get fucked up, so I drank a bunch of those fucking teas.
Add more sweet stuff.
Yeah, and then a little later, Robbie joined us or something, and then I said, "You want to go out? I'll take you out because you're chauffeuring me around. I'll take you out to Denny's or whatever." I'm horking in the fucking parking lot. After a bit, I'm like, "Dude, I gotta go."
It curdled.
I went outside. I'm puking in the parking lot, just all over the fucking place. Like a homeless guy walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, I know you're going through something right now, but can I get like a couple bucks?" And I'm just like leaning on my brother's truck. I'm like, "Bro, please fuck off and let me have my moment.
Yeah.
Let me have it." He's like, "Oh yeah, I see. Sorry, man." I'm like, who? I mean, that's the balls to just approach somebody that's just barfing.
Mm-hmm. And then was he like, "Are you done with that?"
This guy is in his weakest moment.
Exactly.
Maybe he'll have some compassion. I had no compassion that
No.
day. Fuck that guy.
Should have dropped some coins in the puke.
It's pretty low, though.
I would have done dollar bills, man. Just crumbled them up here. Whatever you got, dude. Anyway, for Comic Can Coozie,
I'm Cole.
I'm Adam.
and I'm Taylor. What a day.